everyone, TheFoxern here, and this is the Stanley Parable. So I've had this game for a while. It was given me by my friend. Given to me by my friend Neat, and who I've played games with in the past on my channel. I have no idea what to expect from this game. I have completely avoided, like most games I plan on actually doing Let's Plays of, I completely avoided everything. Anyway, let's just get in this. End is never the end is never the end is loading, never. The end is loading. Okay, why is the end loading? End is never the end is never. The end is loading. Is it supposed to do something? Or is this the first puzzle? No, it's loading, never mind. So yeah, anyways, I should have done my intro during this. Oh, well now it's... But yeah, I've had this game for a while now, I've been meaning to play it, and just never really had the will, I guess, to play it. Didn't really want to, but now suddenly I've gotten the urge to, well, kind of, my plans fell through for today, so...
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
What?
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were gone.
Ah! My door!
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
First things first, options. Sensitivity, please. Mouse sensitivity. Why are you so low? Okay, that's a little too high. Why did it... Okay, I like to be able to actually look around at a reasonable pace. Jeez. Beep beep.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it advance the story in any way.
I don't think the game likes me being all like that. Okay, again, it's too sensitive now. Okay. What is this? Why are there just wires back there? Who just
When
leaves?
Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do I have to? What happens if I go right?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Except I'm not going to, I'm just
But
gonna leave.
eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
I don't think the game likes me. No, stop closing doors! Who is closing doors behind me? Who is closing these doors? There. I'll use a keycard. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse cargo lift. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift. I thought that was death.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm
Okay.
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's some... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I don't want to listen to this guy.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Screw it! Screw you! In disembodied voice.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was
Yes.
it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see.
Yep.
Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Please rate your experience from 1 to 5. Is high good?
Oh, of course. A 3. Really. Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know?
You didn't
Any
tell
level
me
of
what you
critical
said.
thinking or engagement with your surroundings. Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes?
No.
Wonderful.
No.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Wow. Let's do this door. Oh.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you?
No.
Perfect. Let me boot it up.
No. Oh god.
In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh gosh. Okay, that noise is horrible. The baby noise. Gosh, just burn.
You heartless bastard.